All right, we're live. We're live. Thursday morning. Coming a little bit later, 9:21 a.m. That's Eastern time. Can you hear the TV? I don't know. Can you see it? Can you see it? I don't know how to turn this up. Can you see the TV going behind me? I'm trying to come to you and grab some news at the same time. Oh, we had fun yesterday. Let me tell you. We had fun until our daddy took the T-Bird away. Cancel. There we are. Just losing my spot. We had fun till our daddy took the T-Bird away. I love the old Thunderbirds. What was that, a Bob Seger song? Making Thunderbirds. Oh, I miss it. I miss it. Jimmy Kimmel, I don't care about none of that stuff. But is that a distraction? Where's everybody at? Where are you at? I'm going to talk about the Ghost and Mrs. Muir. Remember that? Oh my. Heidi, good morning. Good morning, Heidi. Good morning. Good morning to you. The sun's trying to peek out here, and it's going to be like 53 degrees today. Not too bad. Not too bad. So, I'm ready for rapture hour. I hope we go home right now. I can only be on for a little bit. Today is my brother's heavenly birthday. He would have been 55 today. Oh, happy birthday. What was his name, or what is his name? We wish him a very happy heavenly birthday to your precious brother. Oh my, we will all be reunited with our loved ones very soon. And no more sickness, no more pain, no more suffering. Jesus has already wiped away every tear from their eye. I am just trying out experiment AI. No, thank you. Dennis. Oh, Dennis. Happy heavenly birthday, Dennis. Happy birthday. I know in heaven they're having a celebration. They're having a party and a celebration for Dennis today as we remember him. Oh, Heidi. Just have them good memories and you're going to see him again. You know you will. You know you will. So let's get back to where's everybody at? I can only be on a short while. I got to go at 10 o'clock on an errand for Christy in Flint, which I'm going to be in Flint anyway. Thanks to Tam Workman. Thanks to Tam for a gift to our ministry of $30 through Cash App. And our precious Anonymous doesn't want me to mention their name. $50 through PayPal. So Anonymous, thank you. We love you so much. And Tam, $30. We love you so much. At 7:24 here in the morning. It's early for you, yeah. It's mid-morning for Pastor Dave. What old shows can we talk about this morning while we're waiting on the rapture? Oh, look what popped up. Let me see what we got here. It pops up right in the way of the live chat. I'm going to see if I can move it over. Let's see what we got. Let's take a look. Let's have some Good morning, Tam. Good morning. Coming to you from New York City live. Welcome, Tam. Welcome to you. Oh my, how did that happen? Tam, thank you for your precious gift yesterday. So needed, so desperately needed. Oh, and I want to mention Tam's gift of $30 through Cash App and Anonymous $50. And then I got box after box of stuff to pass out for the homeless. I don't know who sent it. I got an idea who sent it. It's I was going to take pictures. It's in the other room. It's some cans of tuna and chips like Fritos and Lay's, potato chips, and other goodies to pass out for the homeless. So Amen. Amen. Yes, Tam, thank you so much. It's so needed. You have no idea. Oh, that was you that sent the boxes of stuff, Tam? Was that you? Did you get? Oh, yes. Yes, that was you. Okay, thank you. I'm talking and not looking at the chat. And that's driving me nuts up above my head. Thank you, dear Tam. That's got me working today. You got me working. I gotta run an errand for Christy in a few minutes. Oh, okay, yeah, why it smashes up or something? It probably does. I'm not sure how that works, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. I get so discouraged when we run out of everything, and it's just such a blessing to bless others, such a blessing to bless others. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Um, oh my goodness. I want to thank you, and let me see. Why isn't it loading up? Let's see what we got. I don't like that. I want to thank you, and so does this person. Thank you, Tam. Thank you. I love you, Tam. Thank you for helping the homeless. They really need it. They really need the help. Wow, even the dog got on. How did that happen? My goodness. Let's go back to memory lane again because I can't be on here too long. The Ghost and Mrs. Muir. Remember that? I remember that. I can't remember exactly what it's about. Um, I can't remember exactly what it's about, but I remember the show. So that's another one. Did you see the dog? Isn't that cute? Wasn't that cute? Ghost and Mrs. Muir. There's another one. The big talking rabbit. Never mind. I can't think. I'm going so far back that I can't remember. My goodness. I don't know. I didn't really watch cartoons a lot as a kid. Sky King on Saturday morning. He was like a sheriff or a ranger or something. He flew in a Cessna airplane. I used to love that. Sky King. If you're from Detroit, Bill Kennedy Showtime. Anyone remember that? Bill Kennedy. Oh, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. I remember being home sick from school and watching Bill Kennedy's Showtime at 1 o'clock. And Kelly and Company on Channel 7. Kelly, we only had Channel 2, 4, 7, and 9 was from Canada. Then later we really got advanced technology. We got Channel 50. That was amazing. We didn't have any remotes. We had the aluminum foil on the antennas, and we had to change the dial with these knobs. 2, 4, and our phones, we had a dial. We had a dial. Stick your finger in the hole and dial. It took 20 minutes to call 911. I don't even think they had 911. But, oh, my. Well, they're talking about the State of the Union address, and Joe Biden's preparing for it. My fellow Americans, this is nothing but a clown show. I like to get some ice cream with vanilla with little sprinkles on it and go back to bed because it's 9 o'clock at night. I just can't. I can't stay up. I'm tired. Oh, that was Joe Biden. I better watch out. We're gonna get kicked off right here for sure. Oh my goodness. What else we got? What are these crazy things? Let's see. What is AR? Oh, you got to pay for that. So we're not going to go to that one. We're not going to click on that. I'm using all the free apps. What do you think about the State of the Union tonight? Oh, Lord, help us. Lord, help us. Help us. Oh, my. Not good. Not good. Oh, my. I don't know. Abraham be rolling over in his grave. I don't know what to think. But I guess what is it? I guess in New York City now there's so much crime. They've got the National Guard, the Army, military, National Guard in the subways. It's terrible what's going on. They're pushing people onto the tracks and they're punching. I seen on the news yesterday they punched this young lady in the face. This big guy punched her right in the face. And the crime is because they don't have a DA in New York City. Where's Brother Richard from Rochester, New York? They don't have any. No one is being held accountable. They're just getting away literally with murder. They're getting away with murder. So I don't know. But tonight is critical. They're talking about it on ABC News. That's what I got on above my head. I don't know why. I can't get Newsmax in here. And I can't get News Nation in here. We already quit the cable. That ended yesterday. So we got just internet. So I'm not streaming on Newsmax. We got to get Roku or something, Christy said, and I don't know. And I guess it's expensive or something. But we couldn't afford the bill, Comcast cable. The cable bill's outrageous. Outrageous. So we couldn't afford it anymore. But I love you guys. I want to thank Tam and Anonymous. Where's our other supporters? They just, I don't feel the support or love anymore. I worry about them that maybe they need some help, but I can't help them either. There's those that used to give $25 all the time, no more. And I used to get in the mail offerings to our ministry. That's all stopped. And I don't know what I've done. I don't know. Did I get uglier or something? Am I uglier? Is my beard too gray? Should I put some dye in it again? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? Hard time. I don't know. We're all in hard times. Hard times is when you don't have anything. As my grandma, well, I can't say it. Grandma was really outspoken. She said, "You don't got a pot to pee in." That's hard time. What Grandma said. You don't got a pot to pee in. But I do want to thank Nancy. She's, but it's hard time is when you're home and you don't have a home. Hard times is when you're not worried about your bills, your light bill, because you don't have any lights. You're not worried about your gas bill. You don't have any heat. You're not worried about your rent because you're living in a cardboard box or inside an abandoned building on the east side of Flint or Detroit. That's hard times. That's hard time. I grew up with hard times. We had hard times growing up. We had all the other kids in the neighborhood would have toys and new bikes, and we had hand-me-downs. We didn't. Grandma would go to a garage sale and get us old rusty bike. And I remember one time I got a toy. And I was so happy, and I can't remember what the toy was now. And I was out front playing with it. And the lady across the street, her husband was a firefighter, and she was really nice. But then I heard her talking to my other neighbor saying, "He's got a brand new toy." I thought they were poor. And I went in the house and cried. But Grandma, we had love. We had love, but we found a way. But we had a roof over our head. There's people that don't have a roof over their head. There's people that are good people. I'm not talking about the junkies with the needles in their arm and they're booting up in California. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the families living in their camper van in the back parking lot of a Walmart and a Meijer that are homeless, and those with their homeless dogs. I have homeless pets that I can't take care of. They lose everything. They don't want to lose their dog or their cat, so they got their little kitten in a cage. I know a lady right now, I can't do anything. She's got 4 dogs in cages in her car, in her van rather. I can't get dog food. Nothing's coming in except what came in yesterday. But where do you go? Because the need is so dire. And I know we're all on hard times. I'm on real hard times. I'm about to lose my Medigap priority health insurance. But there's people in a lot worse that probably have cancer and can't get a PET scan. So that's my priority. It's not our priority can't be ourselves. We have to ask the age-old question. It's not whether you like the person. You may not like Pastor Jim. You may not like Minister Bill over here. But do you like the people they help? We've got to ask the question that gets asked on Facebook, social media. People love to just abbreviate with four letters. WWJD. WWJD. I know you're sitting here on hard times, but Jesus was a homeless man. He was a pauper. He lived among the poor. He died for the poor, the hungry, the destitute. So when we sit here and say we're on hard times, but we're watching Pastor Dave, and we got our lights on, and getting ready for spring to plant our gardens, and we all need to do more, is what I'm trying to say. We got to ask ourselves, what would Jesus do? What would we do right now if Jesus was sitting next to you and next to me? You could see Jesus sitting right here, and you're sitting, hi, crazy eyes. Yeah, Jesus was homeless. He was as poor can be. But what did he do? He fed the multitudes. He fed the multitudes. He wasn't sitting there and saying, well, I'd like to turn the bread and fish and feed the 500. I wish I could, but I'm hungry. I just can't spare the bread and the fish. He says, Father, let's feed the hungry. They're here to hear the sermon. They've traveled from afar and they're starving. And he didn't feed himself. He fed the multitudes. That's what Jesus did. So while we sit here and say we can't do it, I don't think I'm going to help Pastor Dave anymore. You're not helping me. You're not helping me. You're helping somebody that you don't know. You're helping somebody that, without your help, that you've helped in the past, that probably changed their life. Like Anthony, that's now in Life Was Changed by Those That Gave. That's he's actually in Texas right now. And so many homeless people. We used to call him Michael the Archangel. And he lost his legs and was in a wheelchair. And all of you came through. And he went in the hospital to have gangrene set in, and he couldn't get his medicine like Miss Kimmy Humphreys and was homeless on the street. But he's the one that we call him Michael the Archangel. All he did was preach the gospel. Preach the gospel. And because of your love and support, before I got sick, he got out of homelessness, found his brother, was living in an apartment with his brother because of the love of so many that hadn't waxed cold. It affected me in a good way, but I didn't benefit from that. My benefit was to see his life change because of you. I couldn't change his life. I couldn't, but you did. Those of you that gave, and it's sad. And the stories go on and on and on. Bible Tract Bob, I remember Bible Tract Bob. He's not homeless anymore. How many the young girl on Center Road that I stopped from being abducted? There was a big black Dodge Ram, I believe it was, and he was dragging her into that car, and she just had a cardboard sign that said she was hungry. And you guys all tipped it. She's not homeless anymore. How many lives we've changed? All the people in the park and our worship in the park. Don't you think I want to do worship in the park again now that I'm not sick? Where am I going to get that kind of food and clothing? Where am I going to get 6 carloads of clothing and tons of food to feed. Nothing comes in here anymore. So it's what would Jesus do? Jesus would give the shirt off his back. Jesus would give the shirt off his back. That's what Jesus would do. Hey, brother Rob, love you. So yeah, we're all on hard times. It's hard, but Jesus wanted us to serve the poor. He wanted us to serve those that are less fortunate. You know, he's blessed. If we wake up in the morning, God did that. God woke us up. He's our alarm clock, not that little electronic device that goes beep, beep, beep in the morning. No, God did that. And the best I can uh, come up with to say is the reason we're here and haven't gone in the rapture yet, we're here for a purpose. We're here to do his work, to continue on with the cross, to continue on with Jesus's work, to spread the gospel of love, to help the poor, to help the needy. Don't help YouTubers. Don't help Pastor Dave. Don't help Pastor Bill, Pastor Jim, Pastor News Now. Don't help them. Help the poor. Help those that have a ministry and an outreach. Help touch lives. We're all on hard times. You think Jesus didn't suffer on hard times? They didn't have cell phones in Jesus. Jesus didn't have a cell phone. He didn't have a Uber. He couldn't call Uber Eats. You know, he walked. I remember being younger. My kids don't believe me to this day. Their mother knows that I walked everywhere. I walked to jobs. I walked and I walked. I was skinny. Oh my goodness. I worked. I lived in Detroit, and I walked from Detroit in the morning. I get up early, and I'd walk all the way from Michigan Avenue in Detroit. I lived on a side street, all the way down Ford Road over to Inkster in Dearborn Heights, and I worked at Arrow Drugs. I worked at the drugstore from 8 in the morning until 4. I had to be to my second job at 6. I didn't have any money. So I walked from Dearborn Heights. I used to get magazines and read on my walk. Black Belt magazine. I was all into the kung fu fighting stuff, you know. So I remember reading hot sun beating down on my head, getting sick, probably getting dehydrated and didn't realize it. And I had to wear these boots. And I walked from Dearborn Heights, Arrow Drugs. I don't know if that's still there anymore. In Inkster Road, back to Michigan Avenue. Took Michigan Avenue all the way down to West Grand Boulevard, crossed West Grand Boulevard to Verner Highway, Verner and what's the crossroad? I know it like the back of my hand. I can't think of the name of the crossroad now. To the Farmer Jack store, and I worked from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock time I got out, and then I walked from there all the way back. Sometime I would get a ride. Sometimes I get a ride because they felt so sorry for me. I remember I had an old rusty Cadillac. The gas line was leaking like a sieve, and I drove the old rusty Cadillac till it wouldn't go anymore. It actually died on John Crunk in Detroit, right on the railroad tracks. And I couldn't, I was strong enough to push the big old clunky Cadillac. I was late for work. I remember these days. So tell me about hard time. Our church gives out clothes and food every two. That's what we need. And there is a church not far from on Hill Road that does the same thing. But so many don't anymore. They don't do it anymore. But what bothers me, the ones that go to the churches, though, they closed the soup kitchen on Fenton Road. So more homeless are suffering. But I'm not being cruel. I'm not being mean. I'm struggling. I'm on Social Security. I could probably go to that church and get some clothes and food. The people that are going to get the clothing and the food, I talk to these pastors all the time. I volunteer. I remember Coates what was it called? The church of Christy and I spent a week. We volunteer at different churches, and it was Warm the Homeless or something. I can't remember. But no homeless people come. It's people driving up in their car. They're not driving up in fancy Cadillac Escalade, but they're driving in their car, and they're not making it. They either are on Social Security or on state aid, but they're in their house. They got their lights and gas, and they're the ones coming to the churches. The sad thing I see about the homeless, they're dirty. A lot of times they don't smell that good. They're carrying backpacks, and the churches don't want them there because they can't eventually come in and tithe to that church. I've seen it so many times. They can't come in, walk into the car line and to get the clothing. And usually the ushers will usher. That's what they're called, ushers. They're going to usher you out of here. That happened where I was going to do I was going to teach a Bible study at a friend of my wife. She's a pastor on Fenton Road, and there's a homeless man sitting. A lot of homeless on Fenton Road, and he was sitting out there and had a cup of. I wanted to get him a cup of coffee. I went in. There's coffee and donuts, and I grabbed a napkin and 2 donuts and a nutty donut and a double chocolate. I still remember. And poured him a cup of coffee, and I went out and I sat down next to him and fed him. And I said, "Come on into the Bible study." Oh, they won't let, no. And I said, "Come on in." So I brought him in, and the pastor said, "Oh, no, we can't have them kind in here. We can't." I was gone. Christy and I left. I could tell you horror stories about churches where Christy and I attended, and they want us to slay us in the Holy Spirit, and they're trying to trip our legs. They're trying to trip our legs. The lady was trying to trip our legs and do a leg sweep to knock us down in the Holy Spirit. I thought, well, Christy said, "I gotta get out of here." Oh yeah, we are a small street church on the street, not a big. That's what we need, more of those. But then the city runs you out. There was they didn't pass out anything. They went right down to the court, and they set up a little 10 by 10 easy up. And I knew when they did it, they meant good. But the city isn't going to have that. They hate God. The government hates Jesus and hates God. The cities and the federal governments and the states hate God with a passion. So they wanted to pray for people that needed prayer going in for their court date. That lasted about a day, and that was it. They tried. I got the paper. Hold on. I'll show you the proof. I dug this out yesterday. Back when we had donations coming in, people would send even $25 they would send. We were able to feed the homeless in the park. And we were fine until the news caught wind of what we were doing on Thanksgiving. We were giving hot Thanksgiving dinners out at the park in Flint, and our worship in the park. So when we made the news, the local live news, the city came down on us, and here's the letter I got. They want us to be. They want their money. They want their money. They want us to get a food handler's card and blah, blah, blah. And there's our notice to applicants. Set up, we will complete, equipment will be in place, water and electrical power will be available, food and sanitary supply. They wanted us to go through this whole big rigmarole. And I said, "Have you ever seen McDonald's, how dirty it is? They drop food on the floor." Yeah, like Rome. And I said, these people are eating out of dumpsters. They're going behind the restaurants, begging like a dog for scraps. I showed them a video I had on my phone. I put it on here where Christy's bawling like a baby because we seen some feet sticking out of the dumpster, and we went and helped this old guy, very sick, out of the. He was just looking for something to eat, and I showed them at City Hall. This man is hungry. He doesn't have anything, and I said, "We've got Southern women. I still have all the volunteers, but what are we going to do with them?" Becky and all of them are ready to come. Let's go feed the homeless, but we don't have any donations anymore, so no one's getting fed anymore. And I had the guy almost in tears, and he said, "You know what? Just go and do what you got to do." So we kept feeding the homeless until I got sick, and I couldn't do it anymore. I can do it now, but all those people are gone. They're gone. And then the ones when the ones that when the few that stay, there's only a couple, like Tam is here, and then Anonymous and Ellen, and the others, they kind of just faded off. So I don't know what to do anymore. But we can feed the homeless now. They try to stop me, but the devil's doing that. It's the devil. It's the devil turning people on to fables, and I don't know. But I'm just not going to give up. I'm just going to keep going and keep doing what I can do. I'm going to keep going, keep pushing on, and do what I can do. And that's all I can do. Good morning. One last chance. Morning, y'all. Oh, my goodness. It's 9:53. I promised Christy I would run an errand for her at 10 o'clock. So I got to hightail it. Give me a list of needs and everything and personal hygiene products, backpacks. Backpacks are so. Oh, I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. One last chance. We're gonna pray for you to feel better. Good morning from Canada, my home and native land. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Crazy Eyes, right here. Right here. I'm going to put the link. Right there. And you can send it in the mail, too. So if you'd rather send in the mail. PayPal was fast, and so was Cash App is really cool. Cash App is nice. I used to get them. So, ever since I don't get sinus anymore after the cancer surgeries. Isn't that something? I don't get sinus. I used to have sinus so bad. Oh my goodness. I suffered with sinus, the pressure right between it felt like someone took a sledgehammer between my eyes. You're welcome, Crazy Eyes. But I don't get the sinus no more. I don't know if it's the medications they got me on, or your body changes, I think, after a dozen or so surgeries. I'm like a jigsaw puzzle. I'm like a Leroy Brown, bad Leroy Brown. Chrissy is going to shoot me. Yeah, but now I don't get cancer to get rid of your. It's not worth cancer to get rid of your sinus. I don't want that. I don't wish that on you. Not at all. But it worked for me. Oh Lord, they pumped me full of so many antibiotics and so many weird things, though. No wonder, And then with the sepsis, they just pumped me full of antibiotics. They even gave me fentanyl when they had to insert a tube. They didn't want to put me out because of some reason I couldn't breathe. I had a thing in my throat or something. They didn't want to put me under, so they took me to this room, and the doctor had like a surgical gown on. Oh yeah, a lot of things clear up sinus, but so they had to stick a drain into my stomach to drain the poison out, and they gave me fentanyl. I didn't feel it. It was just. I hope they didn't try to kill me, but I was wide awake. I was so out of it. I wanted to help the doctor stick the tube in my gut. And oh Lord, have mercy. Pray for us. Pray for our ministry. We don't have cable anymore. We just got internet, so The only way I can watch the news is my phone or the TV above my head. You never seen that TV on before. Now Chrissy's going to try to get where I can get News Nation and Newsmax, but praying for everyone, praying for you, Crazy Eyes, praying for Richie, praying for One Last Chance, praying for Speak the Truth, Love. Glad the restrictions were not put in place. I'll donate again soon. Oh yes, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, so much. And everybody, Brother Rob, I don't know if you're still with us, Brother Rob, and all of those watching. Chrissy's gonna, I may not be back tomorrow. Chrissy's gonna get me. I better get going. I gotta go to Flint for, I'm already late. I love you. I love you, Brother Rob, and everybody. God bless you.